Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 3 to the power of x is equal to 30. So, to solve this equation, I'm going to start by taking the log on both sides. So I get log of 3 to the power of x is equal to log of 30. Now, if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can move this exponent b to the front, so this turns into b times log a. In this case, I have log 3 to the power of x, and I can move x to the front. So I get x times log 3 is equal to log 30. Now that x is an actual term, I can solve for it by getting rid of this log 3. So I'm going to divide both sides by log 3. So then these two cancel out, and I get x is equal to log 30 over log 3. Now, log 30, I'm going to rewrite that as log of 3 times 10. And if I have something in the form log of a times b, this is equal to log a plus log b. So log of 3 times 10 is equal to log 3 plus log 10. Now I have this over log 3. So now this is equal to log 3 over log 3 plus log 10 over log 3. Now log 3 and log 3, these two cancel out, so I get x equals 1 plus log 10 over log 3. And log 10 is 1, so I get x is equal to 1 plus 1 over log 3. Now 1 over log 3 is equal to 2.096, so x is equal to 3.096. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. So, the only variable I'm solving for, and the only variable that's in this equation, is x. Now for my solution, I'll first start by writing my equation down here. So I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And what I'm first going to do is start by rewriting 4 here as 2 squared. So I have 2 squared to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of x squared is going to equal 2 to the power of 2 times x squared. Now I have this over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 2 to the power of 2x squared over 2 to the power of x, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 2x squared minus x, and this is equal to 8. Now 8, I'm going to rewrite this as 2 to the power of 3. So now another property of exponents is that if I have something in form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. In other words, if the bases of two expressions are the same, that means the exponents are equal to each other as well. So now I have 2 to the power of x squared minus x is equal to 3. And if I subtract 3 on both sides, I get 2x squared minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now to solve this, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 2, b is negative 1, and c is negative 3. So I get x is equal to negative of negative 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 3. And I have this all over 2a, so 2 times 2. So now this is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 24 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 25 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus 5 over 4. So now this gives me two solutions. I get x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, and x equals 1 minus 5 over 4. So for x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, I get x equals 3 over 2. And for x equals 1 minus 5 over 4, I get x equals negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. So now, going back here, I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x equals 8. So I'm going to check these two solutions. So I'm going to first start with negative 1. So if I plug in x for negative 1, I get 4 to the power of negative 1 squared over 2 to the power of negative 1 is equal to 8. So 4 to the power of negative 1 squared is the same thing as 4 to the power of 1, because negative 1 squared is just positive 1. And 2 to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 2. So this turns into 4 times 2 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. Now I'm going to check x equals 3 over 2. So I have 4 to the power of 3 over 2 squared over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4, so I have 4 to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now to solve this, 4 to the power of 9 over 4 is the same thing as 4 to the power of 9 to the 4th root. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 2 squared to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2. So now, let me rewrite this over here. Two times 9 over 4 is 18 over 4, so I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 8. 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 3. So I get 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. So this is right.